This month, TCL is all over the metro in a new series called TCL in Your Town. Our very last stop, say it ain't so, Afton.
Yesterday, an adorable occasional store set up shop in our studio to show us how to incorporate vintage accessories and furniture into our homes.
It was great getting to know Dwell there. Now, I'm learning that a big part of the charm of Afton is the rural community feel that they have. So it wasn't surprising that when the topic of Afton came up, Elizabeth yelled, "My favorite farmers live there." What a weird thing to yell.
That's true. It was the perfect excuse for me to visit old friends and make some new ones too. We are going to Littlefoot Farm in Afton. I love visiting you. You know that.
We love having you.
Oh, I love stopping by. So I first met Karen, gosh, a few years ago.
It's been probably 4 years, I suppose.
When you had that
Dinner
big
on-
outstanding in the field dinner. So they had a huge long farm table, chefs out here, everybody making and sharing food right here on the farm.
You know, this is kind of a little bit of a return to sort of an old style of farming where we're diverse. We have animals, you know, we have an orchard, so we raise some vegetable and fruit crops. We raise meat. We have a little greenhouse business, so sort of diversified. And if you're going to have small acreage, which this is, you know, sort of that somewhere in the 20 to 40 acre range, you can't just farm one thing.
So I listened to an interview with a guy this weekend who wrote a book called Pigtails, and he was talking about the pork industry, and he was sharing some statistics that I knew but still found shocking, that 97% of the pigs that are raised in this country for meat never see the light of day, and they have never touched anything other than a concrete surface with their feet. This is a completely different way of raising pigs.
When we decided to have animals, I'm an animal lover and I'm a meat eater, and so you sort of have to strike that balance between, okay, justifying eating meat, you know, while you're raising animals for meat. And so we decided to really focus on animal welfare as kind of the niche, along with breed preservation. So we raise heritage breeds who do better in sort of these outdoor environments where they're not tightly managed with regards to both their socialization and their reproduction, right? So they're able to sort of take care of themselves in an environment where they have freedom. Yeah, good idea.
Pigs, that means, get to live like pigs here.
Yeah, and
chickens
pigs
live like chickens.
pigs, yeah. And they're very smart animals, they're very social animals, and so for them to live in sort of that confined setting is so far removed from what they naturally would want to do.
And the best part is, when you come and visit, you get to meet piglets.
They might be out and about in the pasture a little bit. And there's one that has a name now. His name is Wilbur.
Wilbur, Karen thought wasn't going to make it. Wilbur was the runt of the litter. Guess what? Wilbur's doing okay.
Yeah, he must have gotten, probably got stepped on. It was just a mess.
Oh, gosh.
And, but here he is. He's got a little buddy. She'll call them with her grunting sounds to let them know it's time to come and eat.
And when were they born?
They were born last night about 8 o'clock.
How soon after they're born do you start to notice their little personalities?
You know, the instant they come out.
Wow. Look at their little bodies. I just like want to squish their little bodies. Oh, they're so cute.
You know, I think that there is a desire to maintain kind of a rural, you know, feel to Afton as much as is possible in the face of sort of, you know, pressure to grow. And so, you know, we've been really pleasantly surprised at how much of our customer base is from Afton, which I didn't necessarily anticipate. This is a purebred Berkshire sow, because many of the folks who live here did grow up on farms, and they would look at me, you know, raising a, you know, sort of a fancy pig as, you know, what are you doing? And charging that for it, right? But they actually embrace, it's gonna get you dirty.
It's all good.
He's gonna get you dirty.
No worries.
And not just in, I mean, horse farms are wonderful, but, you know, in production, you know. And so we've been very well supported by the local community here and really feel like we're sort of part of the fabric of it in an important way.
These pigs are here living because we're going to eat them. Me personally. And that process, I know for you, is a really important one.
If there isn't an eater, those pigs do not survive. They don't exist anymore because they will have been phased out of meat production in favor of, you know, leaner, faster growing, etc. Yeah, you can go get that one, Greta. Over here. Good girl.
You are what is making Afton so beautiful. I mean, this is what makes this town set apart from others. And in our house, you're very important because this is what we feed our child.
Yeah.
This is what we eat, and we appreciate you every day when we make dinner.
Well, if
So-
we didn't have that direct contact to, folks who appreciate it like you, we probably wouldn't do it.
I gotta start emailing you pictures of my dinners I make.
Yes, you should, absolutely.
No, you
Got a
didn't
little
leave.
foot pork shoulder
I was gonna
in the
say.
crock pot right now. That was from an earlier purchase. Yeah, my freezer is constantly stocked. I buy about a half a hog at a time, and then a lot of times we split it with people. And the best thing you can do to get great meat at a value is buy it direct from the farmer, buy it in bulk. So then
right?
you have to store it, and then you have it, and that's the easiest way to bring the cost down. If you do that with grass-fed cows, it's the same deal.
You have like a deep freezer?
Yeah, I got a deep freezer in the basement.
Boy.
Yeah.
Now, while that story was running, I said to Elizabeth, hey, would you ever own a pig, like have a pig as a pet if you could? It had to live in your house? And she, like only she could answer, said, oh yeah, I used to pig sit.
For a pig named Parma, for my friend Jen when I lived in Green Bay. Okay, so here's the details. Littlefoot Farm is open for visitors on weekends during the summer.
Okay, fun.
So if you're interested in seeing more about where your food comes from, you can also call to order their products, and we've posted contact information for Littlefoot Farm on our website, twincitieslive.com. I love them. I love the family. I love the whole deal.
So great. Hey, TCL in Your Town wraps up on Friday. You're invited. I'll be co-hosting the show from Current in downtown Afton. No reservations are needed. Just stop by anytime between 2 and 4. Say hello. Come watch the show.
He'll be
You'll
right on that
TV.
street corner.
That's where I am. Where is he anyways? He's on the corner of TCL in Your Town. I'll be in a restaurant. Never again fuss with taping paint swatches.